Hi everyone, it's Diane. It's Sunday evening and I am going to show you these completed journals made out of tapestry fabric. You may be surprised that they're done already. I only did, I think, 2 videos showing the construction of the covers. And so you might think that I got these done really fast, which I did, but it's only because I had the ephemera pieces already in my stash. I showed you, I think in the first video, that I had pulled out a lot of handmade ephemera that would work, and so I just kind of went through the pages and added the ephemera, and then I added some lace and fabrics and things and did just a little stamping. Another reason why they got done so fast is because I couldn't sleep last night, so I was up. I got out of bed, I gave up trying to sleep, and I came in here and did the finishing touches on the pages. So all I had to do today was sew the pages into the covers, and here they are, ready to show you and ready to put in my shop. I think that I will schedule them this time. I will list them in my shop at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, which is Monday, January 6th. Checking the date. Yes, Monday, January 6th, which is, well, it'll be today. The video will go up Monday morning, and then the journals will be listed at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let's just go through and see what we have. They are just one signature, so there's, I believe I put 11 pages in, so there's 44 sides of pages, plus an envelope in the middle, and lots of journaling cards and tags and things. So this one is made with this rust colored, and I don't even know what color that is. It almost looks silvery, but it's, I don't know. But you can see the color here. It's just beautiful. And I just slipped the seam binding through the stitch there, so you can pull it out if you don't want it. And I did a video showing how I collaged all of these lace pieces and this image. This is one of the photographs from Tailor Made Journals Etsy shop, vintage photos. And this is just a little pearl button that I had. I cut the shank off it and glued it on. I did an extra set of zigzagging around the outside because it does fray. You can see it's fraying, and I thought maybe if I did an extra row it would limit it, and it will stop fraying because it won't fray past the stitching. You can see the stitching on the inside of the cover, which has, oh, that's stitching. I thought it was a thread. But I don't mind that. I like the way that looks. So if you don't mind it, good. This is something I want to make more of these. I had 2 of them in my stash, and I used them both in these journals. They each got one. And it's a little quilted pocket made out of a vintage sheet. I had done a video on these quite a while ago, and it's got some vintage lace at the top and a little piece of muslin that I stamped on. It's backed with a piece of vintage, some sort of vintage linen, and I just put it all together and sewed through it, and I just made it into a tuck spot. And then this is a postcard. I don't remember if I printed this and printed on the back. I don't remember if it came this way. I don't really remember where I got this, but I just stuck it in here. The pages that I used are from AntiquePaperie, and the paper kit is called Shabby Dictionary. I couldn't remember what it was called when I was showing it to you, but that's what it is, Shabby Dictionary. She has a lot of digital kits in her shop, so I will try to link so that if you click on the link, it'll take you right to this kit so you don't have to search. It's in a section in her shop called, I can't remember, but it's kind of like, it kind of means discontinued, I guess, so I'm not sure if she's going to have it very long. There's quite a few pieces in that section of her shop, and her prices are really good, but they're on sale now for 20% off. So I think the regular price is $1.95 for this kit, and it includes tags and circles too, I believe. I have tags and circles. I think they all came in one kit. So $1.95, and then it's 20% off. So, I mean, you can't beat that. So here's one of the pages, and there's a little place that you can write something there. Some vintage lace here on the edge. And I printed on the backs of each of these pages with some background type of pages from different sellers. This one is from Tailor Made Journals, and it's one of her coffee and avocado dyed lace papers. And that's pretty. This is a printable of a cigarette card. I don't even know, it might be mine. I think I don't have printables in my shop, but I'm going to learn how to do that. But I scanned and printed some of my own vintage cigarette cards, so that might be one of them. And I added this little bit of lace to the top, and I let it stick out, so it just looks like a tab there. Here's another of the Tailor Made journal pictures, and I put some lace underneath it. Well, this was one of the collage images that I made in a previous video, so all I did was sew it on here. This is paper that I got from another Etsy seller. I ordered some coffee dyed paper, and she sent me some in various colors with different, some were avocado, some were other things. I don't remember what this was. I don't remember the seller, but I'm going to have to try to find her because I really like her pages. And I had printed an extra page. For some reason, I'd printed this page twice. So I just cut it in half and put half of it in each journal. So this gets tucked in here. And this is a piece of a vintage ruffle. It was a long ruffle, and I cut it into 4 pieces and used all 4 pieces. 2 in this book, 2 in the other one. But you can see they're kind of long pieces, so I'm not sure what it was for. It's kind of stiff, and it's definitely vintage. I'm not sure what kind of fabric it is, but it has a finish that makes it stiff. And I thought it looked really neat just to sew it on there. And this is Tailor Made Journals also. She had some French documents that she scanned in as a digital, and then the backs of them looked so great with the staining and the aging on them that she also has a digital of those. And I forgot what they're called, but this is the back of one of them. This is a vintage ledger page, came out of a cash book. I didn't cut it down at all. This is the size of the page. I printed on a really nice, smooth feeling paper. I did a little stamping here with a doily in a dress form. Here's one of the little paper sacks that I made and decorated in a video recently. So I just glued that on as a tuck spot. This is a printable of a calling card, and this might be Tailor Made Journals too. I don't remember. I've had this kit for a long time. Got a whole bunch of these things printed out, so I used some of them. And this is another one of them. I just distress inked the backs of all of these pieces, and this is one of the tags that came with the kit. I punched a hole and added reinforcements. It's another ledger page. One of the kit pages. She has well, it's not a dictionary page though, I don't think, but it's a textbook page, and it has a toile fabric over it, and then around the edges there's stenciling and distressing, well, not stenciling, but images and distressing and bits of lace and things. It's just a really fun kit to use. I love the golden colors, and there's some pinks too. And there's the back of one of those French ledgers. And I added this piece of a pleated lace. It's not vintage. I got it at Hobby Lobby. And I just wanted to use it, so I just added it in there as a flip. This is from the Victorian Flower Book or something like that. I have a bunch of digital envelopes that are already printed and cut out. So I just selected one for each journal. I'm going to sew or glue this closed, and I just have a couple of printed cards, digital cards tucked inside. I just used whatever digitals I already had, the calling cards, these things, the printed cigarette cards and things like that. I just used stuff I already had printed. I made a little flip here. This was actually made by somebody else, and I added it to the chenille. It was on a package that I got from Etsy. Truly, no, not Truly All Supplies. I get them mixed up. She's the one that has the fabric strips of fabric, but she puts these really gorgeous little collages that she makes onto the packages. Here is a printable. Well, it's not a printable. I made a copy of a photograph that I own. It was taken in Montrose, Pennsylvania, and I just inked up the back and added a little printable cigarette card and paper clipped it on here. And here's one of the tags from the kit. I added this piece of green lace, leaf lace, trim I guess, some stamping in the corners here. It's the other piece of that pink ruffle. I did a little stamping here. It says quality buttons. It's got some buttons stamped on it. And this is an embellishment I had made in a previous video, in one of my Stashistry videos, using my stash of slide mounts. So I had colored it and then stamped those images and painted them. And I glued it on as a tuck spot for a tag and a calling card, both printables. I took one of the tags and the circles from this kit and just made a little embellishment. I zigzagged it together there and then sewed it to the page. So I only used one circle in each book, and this is a large calling card. I kind of forgot. I didn't realize I had the tags and the circles till I had the books all together and all the pockets in that I really wanted, but I added this because I found these, and then I went through and just stuck tags wherever I could stick a tag. And this is a library pocket. It has a napkin Mod Podge to it. And this is a real cigarette card. And then this is a index card that I had, pardon me, collaged on a while ago in a previous video, and I tucked that in there. So as you can see, all the embellishments were things that I had done previously, and all I had to do was choose ones that went with the look of the book and add them in. I'll try to go through the second book more quickly. This one has more lace on the front. I really didn't want to cover up so much of this beautiful print here. This one has a cream colored background, or a taupe background, with kind of a pinkish reddish design with some birds and foliage. I did put a large piece of lace that goes from the top down to here. It's all netting here, and then well, down to here, and then we get into thicker and thicker embroidery, so I just let that show here. Added another image from Tailor Made Journals, and just lots of different laces, and a vintage button again. This was a pocket that I had made out of a piece of muslin. Added some lace collaging and fabric pieces, and I just tucked this card in there. Isn't that pretty? And a printable, a copy of a cigarette card with some lace. So there are 10 pages, I believe, of the printable, so there's 5 in each journal. Plus I had the extra one. This is the other side of the extra one that I just cut in half and put in there. Here's one of the tuck spots that I had made last week or the week before. I did the same stamping in both books. Here's the homemade sack that I made and collaged on. I guess it goes sideways. These, the backs of the French documents are great to have to print onto the backs of your papers, because you can definitely write on them, but it takes away the stark white of the page, and it has just beautiful textures and marks on them. Love them. And in this envelope, which will be glued shut, I have a seed packet, digital, and then this that I had made some time ago. It's just a piece of cardstock that I stenciled on and added an image and some lace. Well, I know it fits in there. I had it in there. There we go. I will glue that shut. There's a fabric flip. Another of my, I have an original photo of that, and I just made a copy of it. I clipped it on there with a tag. This is part of a calling card. I believe that there would have been a card over it, a decorative card over it, that you would lift up and see the name. But this was all that was left of it. And I don't remember if this is mine that I printed, or if it came with a set that I purchased. I don't remember. Again, there's a slide mount that I painted. And here is a library card, a library pocket again with some napkin and a piece of pink tracing paper and a real cigarette card and a collaged index card. Okay, so these are going to be just called Tapestry journals. They'll be in my shop at 5 p.m. Monday, Eastern Standard Time, Monday, January 6th. I hope you like these journals. I love making these types of journals. I like getting out my laces and my fabrics and just going to town with them. So thanks for watching, and I'll be with you again as soon as I can. I'll leave a link to my shop below. I will link tailor-made journals, and I will link AntiquePaperie for the kit that's in here. Bye.